What is going on, guys? DBG, and today I saw something which, if true, could be the craziest bit of news we have ever seen. Well, not we've ever seen, that we've seen in quite a while in NBA 2K MyTEAM, not for 2K22, for 2K23. But before we get on to it, if you guys have not yet and you guys want to see me live, go subscribe to the DBG Clips YouTube channel. I will be currently live on this channel for in and around 2 hours. I'll say I'll be there in and around 2 hours today after this video. As soon as this goes live, I will be live on the DBG Clips channel. But anyway, what we are going to be talking about here is something that I think is kind of cool. It's something that I think is kind of cool, and it's the fact that potentially we could be seeing Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley in NBA 2K23. So, I say potentially because I don't want to completely rule it out, but I saw from this tweet here, Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley will likely be in future NBA games after NBA agreed to pay 115 former ABA players $24.5 million. So you might be saying, like, okay, this is strange. It's highly unlikely that maybe the biggest 2K23 news of the year will be dropped by a channel called OxGod, or by a Twitter called OxGod. And that's initially what I thought. I'm like, this has to be fake. This has to be fake. But you can see here an article here from the Sports Rush about it from today. So today this news has really started breaking. So it says here, he's been a crusader for retired players, and very recently his effects bore fruit and ABA players will get paid. So it says Chuckster, for all his inputs, like to call him, has been a man of people for ages, and he hasn't appeared on the infamous 2K series. The reason behind it, whatever. It says here, Charles Barkley might appear in the next edition of NBA 2K after his efforts have come to fruition. Maintain he didn't appear because they don't pay him enough. He's also spoken about the length of former players. He's referring to ABA players who were denied rightful money when the organization collapsed for years, and Charles championed his fellow athletes, and the efforts finally paid off. So you can see here that this doesn't have a lot to do with Charles Barkley. Simply put, this does not have a lot to do with Charles Barkley. As well as that, I'm not entirely sure if Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller have the exact same reasons for not being in the game. I'm not entirely sure if they have the exact same reason for not being in the game. And also, guys, 2K aren't... This has nothing to do with 2K. I just want to make that very, very clear. Like, this doesn't have anything to do with 2K. Users can play as Michael Jordan last year. They're the only ones simulated genre. Two most notable players in the NBA. Per report by the NBA, there's a high chance both of them will be seen again. You see, this is where I don't agree that there's a high chance. Because what specifically Charles Barkley has been looking for is for 2K to pay the retired players that are in the game. For 2K to pay the players better that are in the game. I'm guessing a little bit like what FIFA do. With all of their like legends, they go and pay them quite a nice amount of money. NBA shares details and decision on former players. Like, you see, this is nothing to do with 2K. It says, as of right now, there's no other official whether we be part of 2K23. As per recent events, there are many chances they'll be included. Moreover, the NBA has agreed to pay the amount to veterans of the game. So many Sir Charles will agree to be. I don't know what that's just bad English, but like, yeah, this is good and all. Will likely be in future NBA 2K games. You see, their problem was never... The reason why... Like, I think that this is just BS. And I wish I could say, oh yeah, I'm excited. I think there's a 1% chance we see them, which is up from a 0% chance we saw them a while ago. Because one crazy thing is, look when this was. 15th to the 7th. This is 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. These other news articles only start popping up because this tweet started blowing up a little bit. And this was 5 weeks ago. This whole thing happened 5 weeks ago. As well as that, if you've seen this, the My Eras, they call it the Jordan era. There is no mention of Reggie Miller. There is no mention of Charles Barkley. Like, do you really think that if Reggie Miller, especially the Kobe era as well, they called this era the Kobe era? Considering the fact that one of those finals was against Reggie Miller. Actually, no, sorry, it only starts in 2002. I'm wrong with that. But still, Do you really think that they wouldn't have at least put a hint that Reggie Miller or Charles Barkley were coming in these modes in the art? If like this came out on August the 18th, if there was an entire month between this being agreed. So my whole theory is that I will hope for it to be true, but I think it's just not happening, because at the end of the day, Charles Barkley, I don't know about Reggie Miller, but Charles was like petitioning for the NBA 2K to pay their legends, for them to pay him more for being in the game, and also to pay the legends more for being in the game. He wanted 2K to pay more. However, unless a decent chunk of that 24.5 million has come directly out of 2K's pockets and not the NBA, I think there is next to a 0% chance that this is going to even thread the needle or move the needle slightly in Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller. I think it's stubbornness with 2K. I think, because I actually personally think that the amount needed to get either of those guys in the game will be less than the very first time they're in MyTEAM packs. I think the very first time either of these guys are going to be added into MyTEAM packs, it's going to be cheaper to get them in the game than it would. Then they would make more money off MyTEAM packs than just getting those guys in the game. Maybe it's a domino effect that they pay those guys are asking for too much, or they pay them what they want. Other NBA players will ask for more money, and that's the only reason I can see them not doing it. Like that is a fully understandable reason. Is if they, for example, if they paid them what they were worth or what they think they're worth, and it turns out to be like the same amount of Jordan's getting paid, and then suddenly you're going to see like Wade looking for that money. Like you're going to see Duncan, well, probably not Duncan. You're going to see a lot of guys looking for a lot more money. So I can kind of see where that's coming from. But lads, should we expect a Reggie or a Charles Barkley? No. Do I think we're going to get a Reggie Miller or a Charles Barkley or both? I think they're going to be a package deal. I think that when we get one of them, we'll get both of them. I don't understand how they were able to get Charles Barkley for NBA 2K17 and 2K13 for the Dream Team. But then when they tried to have a Dream Team in 2K21, they just couldn't. I never really understood that, because I'm like, you literally had him in 2K13 and you literally had him in 17. Your Dream Team rights. I don't understand how they couldn't get it after that. But it does appear that Reggie Miller is highly unlikely to be in these games in any way. I know there's some weird loophole that they can get Charles Barkley's rights. I don't think there's a loophole to get Reggie Miller's. And I don't think that this moves the needle even slightly. So as great as it is for this, for random news articles saying they will likely be in a future NBA 2K game, the only people that I would trust for this are if 2K say it, or if it comes out of the mouth of Reggie Miller or Charles Barkley. If not, we can assume that we're not going to see Charles Barkley or Reggie Miller in 2K. And I wish I was wrong, man. I wish I was wrong, but look, this is one of those situations where I'm like 99% sure that I'm right in the fact they're not going to be there. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.